so sorry this video is late. I have been fighting for my life this video, and I'm so sorry. It was just not meant to be 4 o'clock today for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, we are here to do my current favorites, my monthly favorites, like whatever you want to consider this video, because I think my favorites have changed a little bit, and I'm gonna do a skincare favorites because this is finally healing and I feel like I'm finally qualified too. So in terms of primer right now, my favorite, like ultimate favorite one is this by Terry Hyaluronic Hydro Primer. This is, in my opinion, virtually a moisturizer. It is so hydrating, and I feel like it just gives something to sit on the skin really nicely, and I really enjoy it. I also love these Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. I think these are really, really good. I really like these. I feel like I go overboard with these in areas that I don't need it, and in areas that I do, I feel like I go underboard with it, so I need to find a better tactic. But those are, I would say, for sure top 2 right now. In terms of like the glow products, I wish this wasn't true. The Drunk Elephant Goldie Drops. I have tried to hate these. I will say I use significantly less glow products than I once did. I used to like slather my face and all this stuff, and it's just too much. And using this, like use like the tiniest dots on my face. I actually might start putting in my primer. Really, really helps me out, and it really kind of gives me that like nice glowy, like highlighty beautifulness that I enjoy so much. Now, I'll tell you a product that surprised me, but I wouldn't say is qualifiable as my favorites yet. The NARS creamy, what is this? The creamy soft matte complexion, whatever this thing, the pot concealer. I've used this like 2 or 3 times, and it is stupid creamy, ridiculously pigmented. Like it doesn't even look like I've touched it except there, and I put a brush in it and covered everything. It is stupid pigmented, and it is really thick, but like in a good way. It's not thick in a bad way, which I like. I've used this only like twice, so it doesn't consider a favorite in my opinion, but a product that has meant a lot to me for years is this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I've got 3 shades, and these 2 are supposed to be the same shade. As you can tell, they are not. These 2 are too dark for me, and they are most of the time, so I mix in this shade. So let me just tell you the names. So this is the one that I love the most, probably. This is shade 15 Fair. Now, they don't have a 15 Fair anymore because they've like opened the lineup. So this was the shade that I bought to replace this. This is 10 Fair. So I actually am gonna go buy the 15 because that is not the same color. You can see clear as day that's not the same color, but still a good color, just not the best match. And then this is shade 1, Cool Ivory, and I still think to this day this is their lightest shade. I got this not that long ago, and I like mixing it with stuff. It's super light and it looks really good, so big fan. And obviously I'm a big fan of these concealers, considering almost every single one of them has a giant chunk missing. Another one I really like is the Rare Beauty one. Again, obviously this is in the shade 14-0C. This is an amazing concealer. It is so good. It is very thick, but I feel like my shade is super brightening, and I love that. I use it under my eyes. I don't feel like it gets cakey or anything. I really like this a lot. One thing I adore endlessly is green concealers. These are just 2 that I have on hand with me, but I love green concealers. The e.l.f. one is so good. This is a great corrector. It's such a good one. This is the NYX one. I'm still testing this out. This is the HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. I'm still testing this one out. It is a different shade of green, which to me normally does not matter that much. I know you really can't like tell that much on camera, but this one is significantly lighter than this one. Normally I don't really care the color of green. I've got a couple different ones and I don't normally care that much, but I like the e.l.f. one a lot. I will say this because I'm not gonna like, I'm not probably not gonna do a video like this, so I'll just tell you here. I used to love this e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer pen. It does like a little clicky thing and you just, I used to use this all the time. I don't like this anymore. I have gone through one of these. One of them I have is empty and this one is actually pretty well used as well. I don't like them anymore. I don't know what has happened. I don't know if the formula is different. I don't know, but I think they are completely useless. I don't feel like this does a thing. Like when you blend this out, see how that's the same that looks. There's like no brightening properties. There's no coverage. Like it just, to me, I think I thought I liked it when my skin was perfect, and then when my skin was no longer perfect, I was like, girl, what? This isn't doing anything. To that same effect though, it doesn't make stuff cakey, which is nice because it doesn't do anything. Like if there were even like skincare in here, I maybe would be able to justify this, but whatever. e.l.f. that was a miss in my mind. Alright, let me see. Foundation in a super very strange twist of events. I don't love foundation anymore. I used to really like foundation, but I just don't feel like I can find a foundation that sits well on my skin, and I don't really know why. But if I were to pick foundations, which would be the point of this video, so let's pick foundation. Hold on one second. I can pick about 4 if I want a full coverage moment. The Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation with SPF of 50. This shit is not cheap. I think I saw this online for like 150 bucks. This I got on sale. I mean, I still paid an arm and a damn leg for it, but this is a super bougie foundation. There is no reason for you to pay this much for foundation. I'm gonna tell you that as someone who owns it. I'm in shade 1.3. I think I could potentially go down one half, like I could be like 0.2. This is a really pretty shade. It is really, really nice foundation, but even this can sometimes not be the best in terms of wear. Not always a fan. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation in 10 CP. This is a great foundation. They replaced the Naked foundation with this, and it's so good, and obviously I've used a lot of it. This has been a favorite of mine for so long. If I'm gonna wear a foundation, truly, probably in general, it's gonna be this one. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do like the CoverGirl one, the CoverGirl Essence one, but I cannot put that in a favorites. I don't feel like I've used it enough to count it as a favorites, and it still feels streaky. I've got to figure out how to apply it, like what's the application technique, because every time I do it, it feels very, very like streaky and wet. I don't like it. One I will probably wear to work regularly is the Rare Beauty Skin Tint, or what is this? Tinted Moisturizer. This is a good one. Mine's in the shade 12C. I have a cool undertone, and I use this a lot actually. I really do like this. I have seen people rave about the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint, so that will probably be my next pickup, because I'm in the mood for a good skin tint these days. I don't do big like foundations much. And then the last one, I show you this last for a reason. They discontinued this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. Mine was in the shade 1 Fair. This foundation is unlike anything you will put on your face. It is so beautiful and so nice, and the foundation formula is gorgeous. I love it. I'm devastated they got rid of it. I didn't realize it until it was too late. Now they don't even sell it anymore, like at all. Like no sales, no nothing. I can't find it anywhere. So if I were to, that's why I say I don't really wear foundation anymore, because I only do it in videos. And one thing about videos, not like these, well sometimes I wear them in this, but like not normally. The one thing about videos that I don't think people talk about enough is even if you don't want like the blurring effect, it happens naturally. naturally on these cameras. Like, I film on an iPad, and like obviously stuff like this is still shown, but if I just, all I'd have to do is throw some concealer over it, and you never see it. Like, it won't look unblended, it won't look crazy, it'll just look like it's gone. And it's like, that's so unrealistic, because there's texture in real life. I'm a person, so don't believe everything you see online. I feel like powder is so basic because I am a very basic powder user. Like, I like very basic powders. I think the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom powder, obviously so good, along with the One Size pink one is also very good, and the One Size normal one's also very nice. I didn't want to get that out, it's gonna make a bunch of noise. ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder, and this is in the shade Fair One. This is not specifically this powder as it is generic pressed powders. I like generic pressed powders. I think they're really nice. They're super easy to work with, and I'm a big fan of them. In that same line, this is called Luna Magic, and it is in their, this is their foundation powder in the shade Light. I got this in a like Ipsy BoxyCharm thing, and I don't know if you can see the dent in it that I've made. You can see it, that right there. I am probably like a couple months away from hitting pan in this. Again, I will say there is nothing special about this. That's the thing about powders, is that you have to be like super extraordinary to like be something. And with powders, like, powder is powder, right? Like, it's nothing special. Okay, I could do an entire video on lip products, so I'm not gonna do a lip product in this. In terms of bronzers, Rare Beauty, this is the stick bronzer in Happy Soul. This is flat, but it's also so good. I know everybody likes this, or most people do. I really like it. I'm a big fan. I've lost a little bit of love for this. The Charlotte Tilbury like contour wand. I wouldn't say I don't like it. I just wouldn't say it's like I don't reach for it much anymore. So this is kind of fallen off the favorites list, even though I've used a lot of it. It's just kind of there. Okay. Bronzers that I'm obsessed with right now. Anastasia powder bronzer in Rich Amber. This is a great bronzer, very run-of-the-mill bronzer, very nothing special, but also in that same wave, beautiful because of it. So very much enjoy this powder. They again do not make this anymore. This is the Marc Jacobs Tantric bronzer. This is a 10 out of 10 bronzer. I have so many backups of this bronzer because it's that good. I'm forever obsessed with this bronzer. Okay. This is actually pretty easy for me. In terms of blush, Rare Beauty, pretty much every color I have I love. So Rare Beauty blushes, these, not the little like pop ones they first came out with, these. All or most of these Tarte or Too Faced heart blushes, Too Faced ColourPop heart blushes. I don't have the new ones, but I have all of the old ones, and these are great. MAC, this is a cream one. It's the Glow Play blush. These are so good. The shade is great, and the formula is beautiful. Shout out to my bestie Elise for this. This is the Dior, what is this called? Rosy Glow Rosewood Blush. I really want other shades in this. I'm actually probably gonna get some here soon. These are great blushes. They are top of the freaking line. And I don't want to put stuff I just got in my favorites, but if I were to, another one would be this Milk Stain in Burst. This is a great product. I've used this multiple times. I love it. It's worth the hype. If you can find it, check it out. It's really nice. I am quite the fan. If I had to pick highlighter, I'm only gonna pick two for now. The Makeup a Murderer Poison highlight. Mine's in the shade Wake Up Call. This is so blinding on camera. You put it like in your inner corner and like on your side of your face. It camera, sometimes you need that like pop, and this is that pop. So nice. I actually use it a lot in my podcast videos. And then another one I like, especially for camera, is the Caudalie Airspun Loose Face Highlighter. I have two shades. I have the white one, like the bluish one, and this pink one. This is just the one I picked. This is the Pink Me Up number 200. And I think I have number 100 as well. Love it, or 002, 001, I don't know, whatever. It's really, really good, and I love them both. Great formula. Only problem is when you take the powder puff out, it puffs stuff everywhere, which is fine. I hyperfixate on one setting spray, and pretty much until I use it up, or use it until I get sick of it. I'm about at the point where I'm almost sick of this one, so I will give it its due before I tell you I'm sick of it. This is the KAB or CAB Beauty Hydrating Setting Mist. I, again, use this. I've started using this in a different way. I use it in between every single step now, and it is really good, but it's also not my favorite setting spray to ever exist in the market, ever. By the way, just in case you were curious, it's not that good. A powder I want to love, but I'm still trying out, is the Glowish from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Porcelain. It's in the shade 00, which in my opinion might be the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me, but that's okay. Like 00. I don't even get a number now. I'm so pale. That's crazy. I mean, accurate for sure. I agree, but like, damn. You could at least pity throw me a number. At least hit me with like a 0.5. Alright, I can never pick colored eyeliners. I love all colored eyeliners. My preferred ones are Morphe and LA Colors. Those are my preferred ones if I had to pick, but I'm not gonna pick colors because I love them all. I will pick this. This is the Nabla Magic Pencil. This is in the shade, wow, bitch, you're really pale. Light nude. Great waterline pencil. I got that recommended to me by an old school Morphe employee. If he's out there somewhere, dude, I love you so much. You're great. This is the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes eyeliner. Love this. It does make the biggest mess ever, but it's a great eyeliner. In that same vein, this is my absolute favorite, and I have it in two shades. This is the Dragon Beauty Dragon Wing Liner, and I've got the brown one in Teddy Bear and the black one in Blackout. These have got to be almost empty. Look how perfect these are. Beautiful brush tip. They're so easy to work with. They're so beautiful. They're perfect. I don't even know if you can order those anymore. I have absolutely no idea. I got them on where did I get them from? Had to be an Ipsy box or something. I don't know. I am a very hard person to please when it comes to mascara, and I think a lot of it's because I have no eyelashes. The one that I have right now, that is the one I use all the time, is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. It's double-sided. There's a curl and length and a volume, and I use it in that order. I use curl and length first, and then I hit it up with a volume. I still don't have a whole surplus of lashes even with this, but it's the best that can happen. If I were to pick one that I've ever finished, that I adore endlessly, that I have not started up the new one of, is the Benefit They're Real Magnetic Mascara. I bought a replacement of that. I would never do that for the mascara ever, and I did it with that one, which is, I think, a big deal. The last favorite that I have for you today is a lipstick, a bullet lipstick, no doubt, which is the craziest thing ever. I've hated bullet lipsticks for years. MAC, of course, because if I'm going to do a bullet lipstick, it's going to be MAC, and it will be the cult classic Velvet Teddy. This is a sample size, but I am going to buy the new one, the full one, I think. This is a great lipstick. Beautiful shade. Great for every day, but also could be classed up if necessary. Just so perfect. I love it. I've been wearing it a lot. So, big fan of that. But other than that, you guys, as of now anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so forever sorry it's late. Oh my god, it's just been a crazy Friday. On that note, it has been a crazy Friday,